Hey trainers, Poke Dad here along with the Dancing Bear at first base.
KK Sheriff on to it.
Great beast in his natural habitat.
Yep.
Today on Pokemon Deck Check, we start our delve into expanded world. Sorry that we're a little delayed. Poke Dad had some water heater trouble. But we're here, we're back, we're good. And real quick, sponsor.
Ink Gaming, your answer to all your customizable tabletop gaming needs.
If they are, check out the link in the description. On to the show. Our first expanded deck profile for Anaheim.
Just going to start off 4 Phantoms, 4 Trevenant, 3 Trevenant Break, 2 Tapu Lele, 1 Gariffarig, Tapu Lele Promo, and 1 Shaman GX.
Okay, nothing new here. Same formula. 4-4-3. Dancing Bear, this is your area of expertise. You're the Trevenant expert. So, go for it.
Just running 2 Shamans. This is going to help you.
2 Lele.
My bad. 2 Lele. It's going to help you get the supporters that you need. For when you need them, you can Mysterious Treasure or Ultra Ball for it to get draw so you can set up your board state. 4-4-3, spread damage with Silent Fear. 1 Shaman to use Ultra Ball, you can get it and then go more aggressive. Hopefully set up your board better. Or you can choose between Shaman or Lele, depending on the situation. If you have like a supporter in hand, just 1 left, you can get a Shaman, draw 5, and then you can keep going. 1 Tapu Lele promo for middle to end game. You can spread damage around, take a big knockout or even a 6 prize 1 turn. Then finally, the Gariffarig. This is a tech that we've added to use Get Lost to get rid of the Guzmas or Lysanders. Getting rid of those is super important, especially if most of the decks are just running a 1-1 Lysander Guzma. You can just send them to the Lost Zone. Then if you retreat back into Trevenant, then they have no way of getting out of the Trev item lock.
Majority of the decks nowadays just play 1 Guzma or 1 Lysander or 1 of each, and then the 4 VS Seekers. So, like the Dancing Bear said, if you can remove that 1 Guzma, 1 Lysander, and then counter catcher or get something, a heavy retreater stuck in the active, and then you can just all day spread. So that's why the Gariffarig, it is worth breaking the item lock to remove Guzma or Lysander. So please note that. Normally you would not want to break item lock, but if you see an opportunity to remove 2 valuable resources in the discard pile to not allow them to use VS Seeker, then absolutely go for it.
Another thing with the deck, if you're having a slow start, you can always put up Gariffarig, put it up there. Then you can hopefully set up more Trevenants on the bench so they can't just take a knockout, and just chain knockouts on the Trevenants. Because if you're trying to play catch up with the deck, then the deck just doesn't work that well.
The Gariffarig also very nice against Sableye. Being able to Lost Zone their VS Seekers or their Trick Shovels or their Life Dew, stuff like that. Very, very valuable. We do foresee this being in several different decks, right?
It can be.
1 attack cost. In here it's perfect with the Dimension Valley, so you don't have to spend a resource to remove a couple cards. So, yeah, lots of valuable, very versatile, right?
It is.
So, all right.
Come back here, Shane. Onto the items. 4 Mysterious Treasure, 4 VS Seeker, 3 Ultra Ball, 3 Scarfs of Rescue, 2 Enhanced Hammer, 2 Super Rod, 1 Counter Catcher, 1 Battle Compressor, and 1 G Booster.
AKA Computer Search. We only have 2 computer searches and they're in other decks, so G Booster it is. We are not running Genesect. Before this deck would play level ball. But since then, with almost everything except the Shaman being searchable with Mysterious Treasure, that's your best option. And then Ultra Ball is always really nice, especially with the Shaman. So 4 VS Seekers, we got some very, very important supporters. So a full count of 4, very important. Counter Catcher, it's a nice little tech item, right?
It is.
That we can get a heavy retreater stuck into the active. Battle Compressor is nice to combo with our important supporters that we want to get access to immediately, especially if we have a VS Seeker in our hand. Computer Surge, just ultimate consistency card. 2 Enhanced Hammers, because there are Zorak variants that aren't centered around Toad, and they are extremely problematic for the deck. And we can talk matchups towards the end of the video, but it's still nice to have the Enhanced Hammer. And also Buzzwall, you're hitting Buzzwall for weakness, but they are able to get, Beast Energy and Strong Energies quite a bit. So, and it can be also against Sableye to knock off their unit energies, right? Mm-hmm. 2 Super Rod. Dancing Bear knows best on that one, right? That's accurate, right?
Yeah, most decks are just running that 1 Super Rod, but I prefer 2 in case of prizing issues. It also is really good, especially as sometimes if they keep on bouncing your stadium and you have to attach 2, you're going to be wanting to put those back and you want to shuffle back in your Trevenants.
I think you can make the argument, but you have to retool your list, believe it or not, around this card. If you're having to sometimes attach and retreat your basic energy, then you want 2. If you're playing like the mystery energy, then you could probably just go down to the 1. Also, a factor in that is Rescue Scarf. I think if you have 4 Rescue Scarfs and you're playing the mystery energy, you could probably just go down to the 1. But we have the most experience with playing this sort of list with 2 Super Rods, and that's why we've opted for that, right?
It is.
So, Rescue Scarf. In case y'all have been living under a rock now, almost every website that sells cards, Rescue Scarf is sold out. So, that means that Trevenant is going to be everywhere, right?
It is.
Because there is no other deck that we know of, right?
Greninja.
You think Greninja plays Rescue Scarf?
Sure.
Okay. So maybe there's one other deck other than Trevenant that plays Rescue Scarf. I doubt it, but maybe the Dancing Bear's right.
I don't know. I'm not a Greninja expert.
I'm not either. I hate the deck. So, anywho, just keep that in mind. All the Rescue Scarves are basically sold out, or they're like up to like $20, $25 each.
They expensive.
So, extremely high demand. High demand. Remember, we saw the same thing with Dark Patch back with Darkrai. It shot way up, and everybody was playing Darkrai. So, keep that in mind. That's it for items. That's all I got. I'll quit rambling. That's what I do best.
Fine.
That's what I do best.
Also,
go with your strengths.
Onto the supporters. 3 Sycamores with that 1... 2 Sycamores with that 1 Juniper. 3 in. 2 Faba the Hut.
2 Fabas.
1 Guzma. Flagrant. And 1 Chorus.
Okay. So we in a sec we'll address these 2 dudes, but everything else pretty standard, right? I mean, there's gonna be Skyfield decks, so the Chorus is really nice. It's nice to go in aggressive to get as many Phantoms set up. You are playing the 2 Super Rods, so you have the option of going a little more aggressive than perhaps maybe the other list that might play just 4 in and maybe like 2 Sycamore. A more conservative list, right?
Yeah.
But with the 2 Super Rods, we're able to go more aggressive. And you are going to go down in prizes more than likely. You are going to drop a couple Phantoms. So some nice shuffle draw. Heavy count of in, folks, because we are anticipating unknown stall decks. If for some reason you don't think you're going to see Waylord, Sylveon with a teched in unknown with the 35 hand card, you're living under a rock, folks. You come off the mountain that you've been living on and getting reality. You need shuffle draw. One in is not going to do it, folks. There's going to be Waylords. There's going to be Sylveon control decks. There's going to be Shock Locks that tech in one of the unknown. I'm telling you, you're going to need lots of shuffle draw. Simple as that.
It's also just a really good card because most of the time you're going to be placing 30, not going to be taking prizes. But on the other hand, your opponent might take a couple prizes while you're in the process of just placing 3 damage counters. So it's going to be good to just bring them back down to low hand size.
All right. So on to these 3 cards. These are the 3 most important supporters. I would say N is second, but these are first. These are the most important supporters. Zoroark, Toad Control is going to be everywhere also. It dominated the last expanded tournament. It's not like the standard control deck. People love Toad. People love saying Quaking Punch. Quaking Punch. You're doing damage. Plus you've got them item locked. So it's not like it's a milling type control deck like you saw with standard with the Zoroark Control Oranguru, where they're just looking to run you out of resources. Meanwhile, they just keep recycling. It's more of an item lock. I'm going to slowly either mill you, exhaust you out of resources, or get you to the point. Then I bring up Zoroark, and then I start taking knockouts. Faba, we saw an older deck that you always played Trevenant against, right? Toad Tina. And what cards did Trevenant tech in to reliably beat Toad Garatina? EXs.
I teched in the Xerosic and a Team Flaregrunt together.
Okay, so you rent 2 plus the Battle Compressor to get easy access to them. So now you have the 2 Favas and the Flaregrant. No need for Xerosic because Xerosic gets rid of special energy and a tool, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, with Faba, and it goes to the discard and they could possibly get it back with Lucamine or something, some other means, right?
Special charge.
So that's no good. Why not just play Faba where we can put it in the Lost Zone? There is not a card to recover something out of the Lost Zone. So it's better to play Faba, and plus it gives us an option to hit a stadium as well. So
more variety.
Yep. So Faba in every way is better than Xerosic, right?
It is.
Flaregrant, get rid of DCs. I mean, these are... Once you remove DCE from Zoro Toad Lock, or just Zoro Toad Control, they're pretty much done, right, in that matchup?
Yeah.
So, very, very important. Not optional, folks. 2 Fabo, 1 Flaregrant. Not an option. Definitely the 3 in 2.
Stadiums, hefty 4-dimension valleys, so you can attack with Trevenant for just 1 psychic energy. You can also use the Giraffe. Super good.
Yep, I feel like that's a no-brainer. A no-doubter.
There we go.
And finally, energy.
It's going to be different from the norm. Just 4, 8 psychic energy.
Normally you see 4 mystery energy. I want to say mystery treasure. Mystery energy. And that's something me and the Dancing Bear don't exactly see eye to eye on, right?
You like the mystic?
Because I like the mystery energy. You see, you got me screwed up now. Mystery energy.
Mississippi.
Before, I really liked the mystery energy. But now with Faba, I like basic.
I overall preferred just the psychic energy because when I was running Trevenant, I was just running 3 Shaman, and you can't attach the Mystery Energy, so it kind of gave you less options to get out of there. So I just ran the 8 Energy with the 2 Super Rods, and I was set up.
I think the Mystery Energy's too risky with Enhanced Hammers running around, Faba's running around, Flare Gun's going to be running around. You're going to have all sorts of mill decks that are running all these heavy, brutal supporters, right? You're going to have Shocklock that's going to be doing the same thing, removing energy. You're going to have the Toad decks running the same heavy supporters to remove special energy. So I think it's a little risky to play Mystery Energy. So I actually agree with the Dancing Bear on this one.
Yay.
Okay. All right, so where do you see Trevenant going into Anaheim?
Popular.
It's going to be the number 1 most played deck, folks. That and
Toad
probably
Zoro.
Zoro Toad are going to be the 2 most popular. So, and of those matchups, I like Trevenant, right?
Yeah.
People can make the argument, but I'm telling you right now, how many different Toad Tina decks did you face with Trevenant back when both were popular? Several, right?
I played a lot.
A lot. And the outcome, Trevenant always won, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, this is a proven recipe. This is not speculation. The Flare Grunt and Fiba will give you the victory against Zoro Toad. Make no mistake, right?
And the 8 Psychic.
So, definitely try it out. Give it a shot. I do believe this to be the best deck in Expanded. Can you make an argument against that?
Nope.
There is a Zorak variant that will put the hurt on Trevenant, though, and that's the Toad, or not the Toad, but the straight Zorak Garatina. And I'm talking about the Garatina that has the ability from the discard pile, which Garafarig could be super useful against that matchup, too, to remove it, right?
Yes, it can.
So, and we're talking about the Garatina in the Malamar decks.
Discard to bench plus
Yeah.
10 on 2 Pokemon.
It might be kind of confusing. Before we were talking about Garatina EX, the dragon one, that won't let you attach special energy.
Yeah, they're making all types of Garatinas. Garatinas
It's
for
popular. People love it.
the promo Garatina, the Garatina from discard, Garatina lock.
Okay, folks, that's our look at Trev. Hopefully you enjoyed. Definitely give the list a try. It's the same 60 that we would play, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're more than welcome to use it. Give it a shot. Let us know if you do try it out when you're in Anaheim. Love to hear from you. So, until next time, be excellent to each other.
And party on, dudes.